Jacob here with ePoolSupply. Today we're going to go over how to replace the pool light. Today we're going to swap out actually a Jandy white light with a Jandy LED light. So here's how we get started. Okay, so first you want to find the J box where the light from the pool actually attaches, where the cord from the pool goes all the way back here to the junction box. So I already took most of the screws off, or all the screws off, disassembled everything. So I got my light wire right here. Make sure you turn the power off before you start doing this. So pretty much I've got my light wire. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie a string. I got a high tension pull string. It's in the electronics section at Home Depot. So what you want to do is tie your string on here pretty well so that when we pull the light from the other side, the string is going to follow along with it. Make it a little bit easier to pull the new light through from the other end. So right now we're good. I'm going to throw a little bit of tape around it just so we don't get lost halfway between here and where the light is. And we're good. So now we are ready to pull this light out. We're about to pull this light out here. So there's one screw that holds lights into the side of the wall. So pretty much I'm just going to take that screw out and pull the light out on top of the deck. Alright, so I'm in the pool now. And so pretty much I got my light out and it's going towards the wall where my cord is. And if you look back towards the equipment, my string's tied on. So as I pull, the string pulls with the cord. So everything's going to be pulling out at once. So yeah, so once I have this thing out, I'll show you what we're going to do. Alright, so I got my new light tied onto my string, which goes back to the equipment. So when we start pulling on the string, the light's going to go with it. This is usually a two-person job. If you're crafty, go ahead and try it yourself. But I want to show you something too. With the 500 watt lights, I mean, it's a pretty big light, pretty bright light, which is cool. These LEDs are kind of neat. I mean, look how thin that is. It's really easy to put in. These LED lights are pretty nice to have. So we're going to get pulling. And then we'll show you what happens or how to hook it up and what to do. Alright, so we're all pulled through. We got the new light in the wall. So now I just got to actually install the light into the wall. Just remember it's got the one screw. There's a little screw port at the top of your housing. So if the screw port on top of the housing ever decides to break off, we sell something called a light wedge. So it actually kind of forces itself. You screw it in through here, kind of jam the light in there, you tighten it up, and it wedges the light inside there, which is kind of cool. So yeah, we're just going to put this back in, then I'll show you how to hook it up back to the light pole. Hey, okay, so we're back here after we pulled the light. This is our light wire that came through. So pretty much, as you can see, I'm still wet, so it's always a good idea to turn the power off before you come back here because you might hurt yourself. So I've got my ground, my neutral, and my hot wire. And right here I've got a hot, neutral, and there's no ground wire popping up. So if you notice, correct, proper code junction boxes will have a ground block on them, and they've got a green wire that kind of grounds out the whole entire thing, so you can just connect as many ground wires as you need. So pretty much I'm going to hit the ground up first. A little terminal open, so I'm going to screw the ground into the ground block. Nice and snug, so if you pull on it, it's not going to pop out. Next, I'm going to hook my neutral wire up. It doesn't really matter the sequencing of how you hook these up from here on out because I have killed the breaker, so it's just kind of dead wiring. So just make sure everything matches up, and make sure all the power wire goes to the power, the neutral goes to the neutral, and so on. So then I like to kind of bury these down here so the lid will spit on again. So then here's my hot wire. So they're not hot. As you can see, I can touch it without getting hurt. Let's just hope somebody doesn't turn the breaker on me. And then once this guy's all in there, wiring them back on. Nice and snug, so it's not going to come apart. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, that's how you install a pool light. So pretty much we're all set to go. All I have to do now is turn the power on, reset the GFI, then turn my light switch on, and we're good to go. I'm Jacob with ePoolSupply. Thank you for tuning in.